For the first time in 446 days, the Lakers are now above 500. That was January 9th, 2021. That was a very long time ago. That was over 2 seasons ago. Anthony Davis finally, and I'm not going to say finally because he's been showing up, but finally showed us the AD that we know is capable of. It's crazy because just last night, this is just crazy. Just last night, I was like, I'm going to go back and watch some bubble highlights because I'm starting to forget that team, And I just realized how dominant AD was in the bubble. I know everybody always hears like, that's bubble AD. Oh, we just saw bubble AD. I went back and watched, and not only was he an extremely good shooter, he was aggressive off the dribble. And that's what we see in this game. Not only aggressive off the dribble, he could rebound. He could put it back up better than he's probably done back in 2020. He hustles. And not only that, he played through an injury. And I know everybody has the stigma around AD. He's injury prone. The Lakers, they're never going to win because AD just keeps getting hurt. He's made of glass or whatever. All the jokes. The Lakers go into halftime down by 10. The Timberwolves look real good. Rudy Gobert was going off. Mike Conley was going off. And Anthony Edwards only had 5 points at halftime. And we are down by 10 points. We come out. They go up by 13. It's not looking good. And then AD twists his ankle. And not only that, he's on the floor for 2 possessions straight. Can't even get up and walk. At this point, I'm like, the season is over. We're losing by double digits against a must-win game against the Timberwolves to try to get to the 7th seed. If we lose this, we're back in the 10th seed. And AD just went down. And I think this just shows how important and valuable AD is to our team. Yes, LeBron is very important to this team, but we have to remember he's 39 years old. AD is how old? 29 years old? Maybe a little bit older. And it just showed tonight that Anthony Davis is probably the best player on the Lakers. Anthony Davis, since the injury happened, when he in the third quarter, he went down. He went to the bench, stretched it out a little bit, came back in the game. He didn't miss any action, and he scored more than 20 of his 38 points after that point. AD is playing through an injury in a must-win game. And finally, I hope this finally shuts all of the haters up. It probably won't, but I don't know what else you could say about this. This man played through an extremely difficult injury for him. He was screaming on the floor, couldn't even stand up, finished the game and played better after he hurt himself. And he couldn't even run. He couldn't even jump. And he gave them 38 points, 17 rebounds in the second half. Not even the second half, in the fourth quarter. He had 17 points. Take over. Mike Conley, who was going crazy, fouled out at the end of the game. Dennis Schroeder gave us some minutes off the bench that were really good. D'Angelo Russell, 10 assists. True point guard. That's all we needed. Anthony Edwards kind of got locked up by Jared Vanderbilt, who also looked a little banged up. He hurt his hip around the same time Anthony Davis got hurt. Right after the second half when everything was not looking good for us. And he played through it. I could see a little limp in Jared Vanderbilt too. So this just shows how much the Lakers wanted this season, and we have such a talented team. When I was watching those bubble highlights, I honestly feel like we have a better team now than when we did then. We're hot then. LeBron is obviously probably not the same Bron, not even obviously, but as he was in the bubble. But AD could be that same AD. He showed it tonight. The Wolves only scored 18 points in the third quarter and 18 points in the fourth quarter. The first half, they finished, I think, with 65 points. Now think about that. We cut their scoring almost in half. the second half. We started playing defense. We came out. It didn't look good. We were down by 13 in the third quarter with AD hurt. LeBron having a bad shooting game. I think he was 3 for 12 at one point. He finished 7 for 18, 18 points and 10 rebounds. A couple other things that I noticed from this game that I kind of liked. First off, Rui is getting consistent minutes again after the first Bulls loss. I think Darvin Ham realized, yes, Lonnie Walker had a really good game a couple games ago when we needed him to step in, and then he tried playing him again because it's like, okay, he deserved those minutes. But I think he realized he can't be taking away Rui's minutes because he's a 6'8 guard, 24 years old. We forget how valuable he was before we even made the trade for D'Lo and all them. So when he comes back, he plays good minutes for us off the bench. Dennis Schroeder finally did what he needs to be doing off the bench. He played really good. He got a couple steals. He was running after loose balls, he's stripping Anthony Edwards from behind, diving for the ball out of bounds, getting fouled, going to the free throw line. And another thing that I really liked is Malik Beasley. He didn't have a bad game, and we still only played him 10 minutes. You know, Malik Beasley is that microwave dude that's going to come in, and if he's hot, he's hot. If he's not, he's not. And you don't try to get him hot when he's not having a good day, because it's not going to happen. He came in and hit 3 threes in the first half, had 9 points. And in the second half, when things were getting heated up and we needed to come back and play some defense and have a consistent offense, we didn't play him. He finished the game with 10 minutes. And I was even saying, watching that Bulls game, he was the weakest link in that rotation the last game. We almost lost that game at a couple points because he was turning the ball over, he wasn't playing defense, and he was missing shots. He's on the floor to hit shots. And I don't want this whole video to be about me bashing Malik Beasley, but I was like, okay, maybe just give the minutes to Lonnie Walker if Beasley's not playing good. But instead, we just didn't give him minutes at all in the second half, and I think that worked out fine. Yes, Anthony Davis and LeBron gonna play more minutes that way, but it's the end of the season. We kind of need them to. The best part about all this, we are now the 7th seed in the West, and even better than that, we are only a game and a half behind the Clippers, and I think we're only a game behind the Warriors right now. And last time I checked, they were losing in the first quarter to the Spurs, which obviously they're not going to lose to the Spurs. I looked at the Warriors' rest of the schedule. I think they had the Nuggets, the Kings, the Trail Blazers, and another team that I forget. That was definitely the Thunder. So they have a couple tough games left, but I think the Thunder and the Kings might check out of the season now that they clinched. They don't really need to play for anything. So I don't want to count on the Warriors for losing games and the Lakers trying to take that 6th spot, because that's what I really want. I don't want to play in the play-in. If we can get some extra rest, especially AD coming off this ankle injury, it's going to benefit us a lot. I think we could pass the Clippers up. Clippers lost a horrible game today against the Grizzlies. Kawhi Leonard was supposed to play, but he ended up not playing. And they're saying he's going to play tomorrow. I think it was obviously a back-to-back game, so they decided to play him the next game. The Thunder lose to the Pacers. I think the Thunder they're starting to run out of their momentum. So the Thunder losing to the Pacers, the Clippers lost, and now the Lakers are going into Houston, although there's a blizzard right now in Minnesota, and they're talking about they don't even know if they could get on the plane and get out of there, so hopefully they get out of there. We're flying to Houston, and on Sunday we're playing the Rockets. Hopefully Anthony Davis going to play in that one, and if he does, and we beat the Rockets, we are now 2 games above 500, and depending on what the Warriors do, we could be even closer to them. And then the very next game, depending on if the Clippers lose on Saturday, it doesn't really even matter. We play the Clippers, and that game is worth 2 spots in the seeding. If we win that game, we pass the Clippers up, and we control our destiny, and we are in the top 6. Just from 2 games, the Rockets and Clippers. Then we got a couple tough ones. We got to play the Phoenix Suns coming up. I'm going to that game. We got to play the Phoenix Suns with Kevin Durant back, and they have not lost with Kevin Durant in that lineup. We played the Jazz right before that. That's the last game on the road trip. Technically, the Clippers game is a road game, but, is Crypto.com. So we play the Houston Rockets, the Utah Jazz. Hopefully we could beat the Jazz and the Rockets. Those are the last 2 games on the road. So we're going to Houston, going back to Utah, and then we're going back to LA to play the Clippers in Crypto.com Arena. A chance to pass them up, and then we got the Suns and then the Jazz again. Back-to-back games to end the season. If we finish strong, we're not going to have to play in the play-in. I'm praying and hoping that Anthony Davis' ankle does not get worse, because if you guys ever sprain an ankle, twisted an ankle, you could play on it right after it happens. It's going to hurt, but you can play on it. I sprained both of my ankles extremely bad, and I played on both of them after they got hurt. My right one, I probably shouldn't have played on because now it's messed up and they say I need surgery to fix it. But I played on that one like a week later and I was fine. Okay? So hopefully, I mean, it looked like it didn't even bother him tonight. Like, obviously it was bothering him, but he got better. I don't know what happened. You think back in the bubble too. You know, bubble AD, the best version of AD on the Lakers. Obviously it was his first season on the Lakers. He twisted his ankle in the bubble. I don't think people remember that. He twisted his ankle in the bubble and got hurt and continued to play through it, and he played good. So maybe twisting his ankle gives him superpowers or something. I don't even know. But honestly, I'm just extremely grateful right now as a Lakers fan. AD finished with 38 points, 17 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Scores over 20 points after the ankle injury, and the Lakers win. Beautiful game. Hopefully we could keep this momentum going. Hopefully he's going to be able to play. You never know. I was listening to the post game with Darvin Ham, and he said they're just saying that he's with the trainers right now and the medical staff. They're not even calling it a sprained ankle. He just said it's a twisted ankle. So hopefully it's not that bad and we're going to be fine. If we could stay healthy, I'm serious. The Lakers could go far. And I know I'm just a fan, and you see all this stuff behind me, the Lakers hat, and you're like, it's a Lakers fan talking. I'm an unbiased NBA fan. You know, I would tell you 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, yeah, we're probably not going to win it all. But now I'm actually thinking that we have a chance to win it all if we could stay healthy. The Nuggets did not play Jokic. Obviously, they have no incentive to except to try to give him the MVP. But they did not play Jokic in their last game. And that game was very important because they played the Timberwolves. The Nuggets don't want to play the Lakers the first round. And I know that's a stretch, just me saying that they're taking them out because they don't want to play the Lakers, trying to dodge and, trying to get the playoff schedule right. But honestly, I don't think they want to play the Lakers. I was going back to those bubble highlights. We killed them in the bubble. That Western Conference Finals, we dominated them. AD dominated Jokic. AD hit the game winner in game 2, and we didn't look back. Definitely a different Nuggets team, though. Definitely. They got Bruce Brown now. They don't got Monte Morris no more. Now they have Aaron Gordon, who's a borderline all-star. Michael Porter Jr. is a lot better. They still got Jamal Murray and Jokic, so it's going to be tough. I'm assuming that's who we would play first round, unless we make the 5th or 6th seed. Then if we make the 6th seed, we are playing the Sacramento Kings, who have the 25th worst defense in the league. Or the 5th worst defense in the league, not 25th. 5th worst defense in the league. Yes, they have home court advantage, and it's going to be crazy atmosphere in there, but the Lakers could beat the Kings, bro. Kings are definitely beatable. And if we do that, we're going to get some momentum. I know I'm just wishful thinking. I'm going to stay in the moment because every time I try to just get greedy and hope for more as a Lakers fan, something goes bad. So I'm just going to be grateful that we just beat the Timberwolves, a must-win game. We are now 7th seed. That means we only have to win 1 game in the play-in, and then we keep our spot. And if we even lose, we get another chance for the 8th seed. So it's looking really, really good for the Lakers right now, man. I'm extremely happy. And Anthony Davis is that man. Anthony Davis is him.